Hello everybody. So in today's video, I would like just to share you some quick things you can do when you want to build an app. Let's first create an app. And that's the most important thing when we want to create a React web app. It's something really exciting. There are so many ways to set up a React app. In my case, I always use Vite. So I will just remove my previous project. Beautiful. And I will, from the history, I'm a little bit lazy. I will use the template React.ts. We will use TypeScript. And here, the name will be my wonderful tiny React. And we use Vite latest. I'm using npm. In my case, npm create and then Vite latest for creating our project. Here, Vite suggests me what I want to use, if I want to use React or something else. In my case, React, so I press React, TypeScript only, yes, and now this is done. I can go inside of my folder. I can do a npm install. I usually do npm I. It's a shortcut for npm install. It's just quicker to type. And once our dependencies are installed, I can do npm run dev to run our development server with Vite. So npm run dev, and this will call call our server, our Vite basic default app. So that's what Vite generated for us when we run our command, the previous one, and when we chose React, we have this one. Is a little bit like a placeholder. So I will just stop the server. I will go with VS Code. And then here I am. You can see I have the package.json. That's the dependencies that have automatically been installed for me. React, React DOM, and all of the others are just dev dependencies. That means they are not included during our production build. For production, so those are only the ones we need on production. And here, the placeholder I was speaking about, this one, well, it's simple. It's from app.tsx. So we have first our index.html. So index.html calls main.tsx, tsx and not JSX because we are with JavaScript. TSX and JSX are finally a kind of template language. Sort of. It's a syntactic sugar. That means JavaScript and TypeScript is inside. TSX is just the syntax looks a little bit different. We have camel case for class name and for the other property names. Instead of class, instead of other properties like you have color name, you have different differentiations in comparison with HTML, but otherwise it's very similar. Again, it's a form of syntactic sugar. So let's continue, and here you see I have the index.css. That's only for the render. So it's my style sheet. It's only the CSS properties, the color font, the weight, text decoration, and so on. And then I have the app.tsx. That's the one that does everything basically. It's our component, our React component. We have the use state. We have the initial value, which is there, the 0. I will just zoom a little bit. And then we have the setter, set count. Here, that's a convention. It's a common way of doing it. We prefix with set for the setter, and then the getter is just the name of the variable we want to call it, to call the use state. Use state is a hook, a React hook. It's really handy to set a value and then to retrieve the value. So we set the value with set count in that case with the setter, and then we retrieve the value with the getter. Here we do a array destructure. So we destructure the array. It's a ES6 syntax. And usually we use the use state in use effect. And so we can know, okay, when this happens or when nothing happens only in one render. If we use an empty array, it means only once the app has rendered the first time, we call this one, and after we don't call it anymore. I suggest you also to have a look. Empty array. Use effect syntax is used when you want the effect to run only once, so to call it only once, to run it only once after the initial render, and not on subsequent renders. Okay, that's it. Thank you for watching this video, and I wish you a happy coding. Good luck!